that's a minute of rich piano music. What's up, guys? Hello. Decided to do spontaneous little stream here. Early in the Greek morning. It's 4:48 now. I've been up since midnight, which is not when I'd usually go up, but I have my own coach, and it's the only time I can talk to him is on at midnight on weekends. So, sleep is very important. It's something I preach for you guys a lot, but certain sacrifices are also very important in order to get anywhere in life, right? So, I'm just gonna have to stock up in the sleep bank throughout the week so that I can go to bed earlier, still sleep a little too little on the weekends for a bit now. It's a sacrifice that I do. But okay, guys, I'm now here in Greece. It's been great. It's been a lot of getting used to stuff. Felt quite overwhelmed at the start. Like I've been enjoying it too, but everything is new. When you're a guy like me that's so used to, I've mastered myself so much, and especially in my environment at home, right? Like I know everything. When I look at a week or a Sunday, they are not always the same. Certain events come up and stuff, right? But I know pretty much what a huge chunk of the week is going to look like. And if something has to change, I have like plan B, C, D, E, F, G. I have so many puzzle pieces to make it work, And the things that aren't planned, I just have so many I know everything, how to go about everything, right? And now, when I came here and realized I just took for granted, I've looked up the area and all, of course, but gyms, I mean, I expected to, but maybe not find the best gym at the place I'm at right now. I'm probably gonna be moving around here in Greece to see where I'd like to be. But I expected to, yeah, surely there's some kind of gym with a barbell and that nearby, right? But turns out there wasn't really, not in the winter Greek. I mean, it's sunny and nice here, but yeah, that's what a Greek winter is like. But yeah, a lot of stuff is closed in the winter. They just open when it's tourist season. So someone like myself, the training and the diet is a huge part of what I do. And in Sweden, I just know anywhere I go, I know how to make solutions. Even if I have to go a little bit outside how I'd normally do things, I always know how to do it. And all of a sudden, I don't know the stores. I don't know what's available. I used to look at food always when I buy it at home and look like, what ingredients are here? Do we have any added bullshit? Does it say 100% fruit and turns out it's from concentrate still or something? All the deceptive labeling, And also, just not knowing where to go to train. A huge part of my process is just like thrown off, right? But now I'm settling into things. I guess I'm soon a week into this. I arrived at lunchtime on a Sunday. It's now 4:51 here on the Sunday. But now I found a gym. I'm getting a bike just so I can get there. I have to take a taxi to the gym right now. And, it's not very expensive here and that. But it's also, I could do that, really. But that's the kind of baller I am. I'm just kidding. No, but it's also that you can't always get the cab like that. And so it would be good for me. I haven't owned a bike since I was like 8 years old or something. So the bike is on its way here. I'm finally starting to figure out the foods I'm eating. I've been eating calamari a bit, the octopus rings or whatever. Nice, good stuff. I guess I'll be eating more seafood now when I live so close to the sea in Greece. And yeah, I found a gym. It's not great. All the gyms I've looked at here, they have a lot of machines, most of them, like even more unusual machines. But barbells, it's like it has to be a special thing, like a lifting gym or something. They have a bunch of bars, but they have like the crappy kind of racks. And I think only one bar that actually weighs 20 kilos, and the others are like 18 and shit. But yeah, things are falling into place. Let's see here. Is anyone even watching this stream? I guess for the Europeans, they don't go up. No one goes up as early as me, especially not when I go up at midnight, right? But yeah. I just figured, since I have, maybe I'll be doing this since I'm gonna have to go up in the middle of the night. Just put a little stream on at maybe not even a specific time, I'm gonna have to change how I do things a lot. I had the scheduled Saturday stream that I had to skip because I was busy few nights, and now I'm just not I'm not gonna be able to do those kinds of streams. So maybe this is it. But maybe I should get started earlier. I don't know. Americans, depending on where you are, I guess it's like 7, 8, 9, 10 in the evening on Saturday now. Australians, that I guess it's more lunchtime. It's weird. If you see that it's like black on the sides here, I don't know what that is. Once when you have, I used to just stream from YouTube on the computer, but once you've chosen to do it with streaming software, you don't even get the option to just use YouTube's built-in function. Like it's like, yeah, I want to stream on streaming software, I want to stream with someone else, or I want to stream on my phone. Those are the only options you get. And I haven't figured out, for some reason, it limits the camera. Like it is wider than this if you just put up the camera app. It doesn't really matter, I guess, but yeah, I guess this kind of forces me maybe to be able to put stuff on the screen on the streams. That could be fun too, even though I enjoy just talking and that being the thing. Yeah, trying to, maybe if people don't show up, maybe it's just a short little stream letting you guys know what's up with me here. But if someone shows up, they'll just say something in the chat and make me talk about it. But yeah, it's interesting. It was great yesterday. I was texted by both my family and friends like, oh, the snow is coming here now. It's like a couple of degrees below zero, and they showed pictures like 15 centimeters of snow in a day. And at the same time, it was the best day here so far. It was 24 degrees and just not a cloud in sight. Oh, that's a cool thing with my gym too. Even though it isn't great, there is an outside area. So and you can bring stuff out. So I've been doing certain movements, shirtless, just taking them out, being outside, and I enjoy that. I've always I haven't done that yet, but I've always wanted to do deadlifts, like under open air, or like you say, under bar himmel, you say in Swedish, and like naked sky, basically. Speaking of the shirtless stuff, that was funny. A guy showed up on my most recent video, the one looks do matter and you look terrible. And one of these guys, it's not the first time I get it, like being called a narcissist because I don't wear a shirt. It's so funny. It's so funny to me that people still think that I'm doing all of this just for my personal attention. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy being the center of attention and being the teacher. But that's really what it's about, being the example and teacher. The reason I'm shirtless is because I have a fucking great physique, and I want to show you the things I talk about. This is the man that knows these things and teaches these things. He looks like this. If you listen to what I say and do what I tell you to do, you can look like this too. It's like nothing about like, oh, look at me, I look so great, la 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 la. Still people think that. And it's funny, I've had it mostly, I have that on internet once in a while. Not everyone goes immediately to the narcissist and being all upset. This guy too wrote a long defense speech of why he's not lazy. He's just not a narcissist like me, so easy to conclude just that, oh, okay, so you do a bunch of stuff, you're ashamed of your body. You're afraid of being judged as a narcissist. And so you project that onto me. But then there's been a lot of people who are just like, maybe you should put the shirt on so that it's more sophisticated. As if I care about that, Like if someone is taken aback by me not wearing a shirt on my fucking fitness channel, they can go be a loser somewhere else. That's how I view it. But it's been funny to hear in my life, people are so afraid of conflict. In Sweden especially, like Swedes are the most conflict afraid, that's how you say it in Swedish, konflikträdd, conflict afraid people that I know. I've gotten like almost zero of it to my face, but I've heard so many things behind my back. People, oh, he just posed the physique, blah blah blah. I remember when I realized this, when I started out with this, because I'm after facing all this with my origin story, with the panic attacks and that, a lot of fears was removed from me, and I gained confidence and self-esteem immediately because it was such a significant thing I went through. But of course, I didn't immediately. I kept evolving and become more confident and worked more on myself since then, right? But I knew so very well for myself because once upon a time, the only reason I would have worked out was to, look good so that girls will like me, guys will give me the respect, and I never managed to then because it's too much. It's not an internal. It's not attached to a higher value in an internal process. It's completely external. You don't even see the joy in training. The only thing you see is that I want to look jacked and gain attention, blah blah. And now it happened the opposite way. I was feeling like crap, and I started training and trying to eat better just to give it a shot. Like maybe I'll feel better from that, and then I did. And funnily enough, when I approached it that way, I gained the best physique, the best looks I've ever had, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it, but what I enjoy most of all is being the man that gets that physique. And so I was so happy with the life change I had managed to do. I was like, people don't know this because I didn't know this. I didn't understand that this is how it works, So you just want to tell people and you want to show, look, this is how I used to be. It's not just a look, look, this guy was clearly depressed, clearly had anxiety, clearly had, I'm pointing to imaginary before picture here. And then this is me now. I not only look like this, I feel like this. I feel so much better, It's so clear to me that I just want other people to do the same thing as I've done for their sake, And then you realize, people actually think, like especially people closest to me, they actually think I'm a narcissist, and I'm just now. Oh, I have abs now. I have some the definition to my muscles now, and I want everyone to look at me and say, "Oh, Theo, you're so pretty. You look so good, Theo. You're the best, Theo." Well, in fact, that's not what it's about at all. In fact, when random people just tell me that, oh, you look sick, bro, and all that, I mean, guess some percent of me is like, yeah, I appreciate that, But to an extent, I can almost be annoyed with it, especially if it's someone I can see that they're not doing what I'm doing at all. So it's one thing if they're not quite, haven't come as far as me yet, but this is, if you go back and look at one of my videos with Opti, Andreas, my friend Opti Holm, when we're sitting in a gym in the morning and talking, and we're talking about that I don't give a shit about people saying that I inspire them and, oh, you're so amazing, Theo, blah, 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 if they don't do the things themselves, because that actually makes me feel bad in a sense. It's like I become just a superhero figure, like you're watching an Avengers movie or something, or how people watch sports. They watch other men do things, and for some reason attach to this club, And I want to say caveat is that I see the point if you're into those kinds of games and that's something you do yourself, you like playing yourself, or it's like a side thing and you play some other sport, blah blah. But when those people, I think of people I know, just like skinny fat loser dudes, who just are so into watching, so attached to a sports team. It's ridiculous. They should be into doing stuff on their own, But the point with a tangent is that I don't want to be your sports team. I don't want to be a fucking Avengers movie for you. I want to be a coach, either directly, you are my client, or you can get my coaching through the content I put out. That you not only get inspired and say, great, Theo, you're great. You do the stuff on your own. That's the important part. The only time I truly appreciate someone being like, oh, sick transformation, bro, and that, it's when it's someone that I consider on my level or above, because that is like, it's like external feedback, because, the everyday person, if they say I look great, I will politely say, like, thank you, but it's like what that really just tells me is like, okay, so your eyes work. Of course, I know I look great. I know how I feel. I know what I know what it took. I've seen other people, in the gyms I've been training. I've seen me just while they just stay. So I know this, but it's good external feedback if it's someone on a way higher level that they are impressed with what I've done. That like, yeah, it like adds a layer to, yeah, see, I know I've done something special here. But yeah, inspiration means absolutely nothing. Inspiring people means absolutely nothing if it doesn't make them take action. That's what I want you guys to do. Take action. At the point, I don't want you to watch my videos. I mean, like I say, I have people like that myself that I used to watch that I learned from. But at a point, it's like, no, but I've kind of learned everything I have to learn here. It's just entertainment, really, at this point. But of course, you can check in on the odd video. Like one guy, it's been a while now, with Jesse Lee Peterson. Like opened my eyes to how to view God and generational trauma and stuff. I watched a lot early on in my process, the uncommon sense journey, you know. But at a point it was like, no, but I kind of get Jesse's message. But sometimes he has a show that's called The Fallen State, that he will interview people. And that could, of course, be interesting, new stuff that I can learn something from. So I will check in every once in a while, even though, like I said, it's been a while. But that's kind of what I want everyone that follows me to do after a point. You know, if you just found a channel and you binge watch through the videos, that's great if you're taking action at the same time. It's like the fake motivation bullshit. You know, when people say, I'm so inspired by you, but they don't do shit. They just sit and watch. That's not the point. So I want you, again, you're new to the channel, you're going on your own journey, you learn a lot from the channel as you go on your journey, great. But at a point, you should stop watching or just check in here and there, you know. I was thinking about something. What was it? I'm tired. I have not slept much. So like I said, it's gonna have to be like that on the weekends. It's something on this theme with inspire, motivation. Oh yeah. Like I put out my video, yeah, I don't remember what I called it, but it was about mindset. It's the video I started off as I've been walking to the lake that's cold back in Sweden. I've been walking with video game music in a fucking white robe, like morning robe, we call them in Sweden. You know, like one of those bathrobes, kind of. And I just start the video just as I arrive at the lake, and I talk about the mindset. And it's like, I'm gonna show you the mindset. It's like by taking action, by just doing fucking things, you know, that are uncomfortable and all that. I know because I'm recording the video in that example. I can't be hesitating. It's not live, but as if it was live, because I just get the one chance to do this, right? And it's really about take action. You gain a mindset by like knowing, this is gonna be tough, this is gonna be uncomfortable. Do it anyway. Your mind gets stronger when it goes against, all those feeling of wanting to avoid and flee and that. And one guy, I hope you watch this, my man. You know this already. We talked about this, but when he responded to my post about it on Instagram, like the little link to the video on Instagram. It was like, oh, great video, man. I got in such a good mood immediately. And my immediate thought is like, okay, and so you're gonna go do this now? Or you're just gonna use the fake feeling of, oh, I'm motivated, you inspire me so much, and not do anything. But to that guy's credit, he has done, not immediately then. This is actually, I have videos with this guy. I haven't been able to prioritize it because it's also in Swedish and I have to put subtitles. But he said, like, yeah, after I sent it, I thought you might think something like that. And later on, after this, he actually went to do the cold bath. So that's good. The stream seems like dead. Yeah. I don't know, sometimes I've started streams at around this time before. Maybe, I guess it's because it's a Saturday evening too. People, I would kind of hope that people do other, like Saturday evening in the States. Most of my subscribers are from the States. I would hope, really, that you do something else than watching YouTube many times. Not go out and drink, though, or bullshit like that. But you should be winding down and going to sleep right about now. Yeah, that's a video. I've been asked a lot why I go up so early. I usually go up between, yeah, it's going to be special again on the weekends with going up at midnight, but I usually go up between 3 and 4 in the morning. I get the question so often, like, why? Why do you do that? And I usually I like to play around. Like, okay, when do you think I should be going off? What should I be doing instead? People don't really have a response to that, but they still don't quite know why so early. Why so early? And I'll actually just tease that. I'm not going to talk about why now. We'll make that its own video. But I guess this was a little 20-minute just rant, a little update about Greece, random things that came to mind. So yeah, if you see this afterwards, you can like and comment still, right? Because now it's a video, it's not a stream anymore. Be looking for the schedule. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday with videos. Yeah, follow me on Instagram, by the way, guys. I'm very, very, very active on Instagram. That's where you can see like my everyday life more, my routine. I post a similar kind of thing. I post when I go up, some kind of quote from a book or something. I post from my training. I show some of my diet, and I go on rants, little shorter rants on Instagram and that. So should follow me there. And we're taking on. Oh, Gabriel Pereira. You know, Gabriel, I'll give you a chance here to extend because I can talk more. If you have any questions, something you would like me to talk about, since you showed up, I might just jump on it. You know, I can just mention. I'm really taking on a lot of new clients now. I realized I can handle a high volume of clients like properly. You know, there are these fake mainstream coaches that have like hundreds of clients and they call it a personal training, you know. It obviously isn't for these kinds of people. And I don't want to have hundreds really, but as the extreme extrovert I am, and with my high energy and mental clarity I've gained from this process that I got through, the uncommon sense process, and using my 99th percentile extroversion, it's just not difficult for me to have to deal with a lot of people. So I'm really trying to now, you know, take it to the next step with people. I love doing the videos and the general coaching and all that, but it's also so amazing when you get to actually be directly, because here I'm always, unless people ask a question, of course, I'm always speaking, even then, by the way, if it's just a screen name, I don't really truly know who the person is, right? But when you can be directly involved in someone's process and actually give personalized advice and plans, right? Yeah, it's my life, really. It's what I do. You know, coaching. You know, I don't have many friends, to be honest, and I'm not saying that in a like depressive way. It's like I don't even want to be friends with most people. Like I like a lot of people. I like talking to a lot of people, but I like coaching people. I don't like hanging out other than with very, very few people. I like moving things forward, either with myself or other people. So I will actually do things in my highest states. Here, of course, it's a little bit more difficult with the Greek and stuff, but it happened a little bit here too with a neighbor. But I will actually go out, just go looking for interactions, the opportunity to coach. It's like in the outdoor gym at home. Most people that, other people that show up there, I will coach at some point. I will just introduce myself somehow, start getting to know them and start giving input. And yeah, that's also a beautiful thing with being jacked, ripped. If you're almost the most jacked guy, or almost, I mean always, jacked guy around, a lot of people are more open to take your advice. I mean, some people are arrogant and have ego and don't really want to listen. But yeah, it's a great position to be in, guys. Reminds me of a thing I put out on my Instagram story yesterday, like respect is earned. Earlier in my life I felt like I didn't get respect, like they don't see this. I mean, I was walked all over, people would interrupt me and just disrespect me in different ways, and I realized, now, you know, respect is earned, because now the very same people that could treat me that way, they are completely different around me now. So that's a cool thing, guys. If you want your presence to be significant, you have to be proud of your presence. It has to show on you that, wow, this is someone else, and you're also, when you know this about yourself, you're just going to be carrying yourself in that way. This is what I coach too. It's not fitness and health, guys. it's a lifestyle. It's a way of being. It's like just becoming the best you that you can be. It's just that all the health stuff, the training, nutrition, sunlight, sleep, that I'm gonna have to sacrifice a little bit, like I told you, on the weekends. Yeah, those are just a very important tool in this process, but it's really about becoming the fullest and highest man or woman that you can be. So Gabriel showed up and said hello, but he didn't have a question. Made me go on for a little bit more, but we'll actually end the stream here. Take care, guys. Like, subscribe, comment, all that shit. I will see you later.